In this video, we take an in-depth look at the 2025 film 28 Years Later. Continuing its connection to the previous films in the series, this installment stands out with both its new characters and its deeper themes. We will break down the world in which the story unfolds, the character's journey, and the underlying subtext step by step. If you're ready, let's begin. The film opens in the isolated Highlands of Scotland. In a small room, children are watching Teletubbies when the sound of a fight outside unsettles them. A woman bursts in, panic in her eyes, drops off a little girl, and quickly tells them not to go outside before slamming the door shut. Moments later, horrifying sounds can be heard. A young boy named Jimmy calls out for his family and heads toward the door. Outside, his mother is being attacked by zombies infected with the rage virus. She tells him to run. The boy flees to a church and hides there. In this terrifying scene, we realize the rage virus has begun to spread again. The European continent has been cleared of the virus, but the British Isles are under total quarantine. The survivors have been left to their fate. A time jump takes us to 28 years later. On a small island off the northern coast of England, a group of survivors lives in isolation. They craft their own weapons and make dangerous expeditions to the mainland to find food. Our main character, 12-year-old Spike, will join his father Jamie on one of these missions for the first time. His mother, Isla, is battling an illness and doesn't want him to go, but Jamie convinces her. During the journey, Spike kills his first zombie under his father's supervision. From that moment on, his childhood ends. In an abandoned house, they find a man hanging upside down with the name Jimmy carved into his chest. This foreshadows the return of a shadow from the past. While walking in the forest, Jamie and Spike come across the savaged carcass of a deer. Soon after, they notice the deer's head impaled on a tree. This is a sign of the alpha zombie's presence. Jamie takes these signs seriously and warns Spike to be careful. Despite the warning, a group of zombies suddenly charges from the bushes. This group is more organized and moves faster than usual. Jamie grabs his son's hand and pulls him toward the nearest abandoned house. They force the door open and rush inside. Realizing the lower floor offers little defense, they head upstairs and manage to hide in the attic just in time. Spike, experiencing such a close brush with death for the first time, cannot hold back his tears. Jamie reassures him, telling him it's not his fault. He just needs to be more careful, and they can survive together. They spend the night in the attic. In the morning, the noises have stopped. Jamie opens the window to scout the area and notices that the tide has gone out. He quietly tells Spike to get ready. The zombies appear to have moved away. As soon as they step outside, they run toward the shore. Just before they reach the island's crossing, the alpha zombie spots them. Jamie tells Spike to keep running and stays behind. He tries to slow the alpha down with arrows, but fails. Fortunately, village guards spot them and attack the alpha with flaming arrows. One hits, and the alpha collapses. Jamie and Spike make it back inside the gates. The villagers celebrate Spike's safe return, believing he successfully completed his first mission. However, Spike is burdened by the weight of what he has seen and experienced. At the party, he sees his father flirting with another woman, leaving him internally crushed. This is the moment Spike realizes he must fight not only against zombies, but also against the collapse of his family. Spike grows tired of the false safety of village life and his father's neglect. His mother's illness worsens, and when he learns his father has kept the existence of a surviving doctor secret, Spike becomes furious. Believing Isla can still be saved, Spike devises a plan to take her off the island. To do this, he must divert the village's attention elsewhere. He deliberately sets the supply store on fire. The blaze spreads quickly, and the villagers rush to put it out. Taking advantage of the chaos, Spike sneaks his mother out of the house. He tells her they are just going to the shore, but his real plan is to use the stone path revealed at low tide to reach the mainland. At first, Isla doesn't realize, but as they approach the opposite shore, she recognizes the infected lands and panics. Spike gently calms her, explaining this is their only hope and that he is looking for a doctor who can save her. Mother and son venture deep into the forest. Exhausted and demoralized, they come across an abandoned watchtower and decide to spend the night there. Spike tries to keep watch through the night but succumbs to fatigue and dozes off. A slow-moving zombie approaches the tower and heads towards Spike. Before he can wake, Isla instinctively acts and kills the zombie. This scene shows that Isla has not lost her inner strength and protective instinct. Even though she is physically weak, she can still resist danger. For Spike, this is a turning point that renews his respect for his mother. While fleeing zombies, they end up cornered in a gas station. Swedish soldier Eric suddenly appears, shoots into a gas-filled room, and triggers a massive explosion, killing the zombies. After introducing himself, Spike tells him about his mother's illness and his search for a doctor. Eric explains that he once joined the Navy, but a mission went wrong, leaving him stranded here. Together, they set out to find Dr. Kelson. On an abandoned train, they find a pregnant, infected woman. Isla helps her give birth to a healthy baby. Immediately afterward, the Alpha attacks and kills Eric by ripping off his head. Just when it seems all hope is lost, a mysterious old man appears and tranquilizes the Alpha with an arrow. It is Dr. Kelson, long thought dead. Kelson takes them to his camp, built around the philosophy of memento mori, remember death. In the camp stands a massive tower made of skulls, honoring the dead. Kelson examines Isla and reveals that the cancer has spread to her brain, leaving no chance for treatment. Spike is devastated, but Isla accepts her fate. During their final farewell, Kelson sedates Spike and gives Isla a painless, peaceful death. Kelson gives Spike his mother's skull, and Spike places it at the top of the massive bone tower. This moment serves as both closure and a coming-of-age ritual. Peace doesn't last long. The Alpha returns, this time attacking Kelson's camp directly. Spike grabs a tranquilizer arrow and stabs the Alpha at the last moment. Kelson thanks him and says it's time for Spike and the baby to return home. In the film's final sequence, time jumps again, 28 days later. The villagers find the baby crying at the gates with a note from Spike. In it, he writes that he won't return yet, but will come back when he's ready. He insists Kelson wasn't crazy, but a good man, and asks his father Jamie to take care of the healthy baby, whom he named after his mother. While evading zombies, Spike shoots one with an arrow, but more come. Suddenly, a blonde man in a tracksuit appears. It's Jimmy, the boy from the beginning of the film, now an adult and leading his own team. They take down the zombies together. Jimmy approaches Spike and says he wants to be friends. The film ends with this new bond, reminding the audience that hope for humanity still lives. The film is not just a survival story, but also a profound narrative about family, belonging, trauma, and conscience. Spike's transformation is a dramatic portrayal of the passage from childhood to adulthood. His acceptance of his mother's death and the maturity to honor her pain is one of the emotional high points of the narrative. Through Dr. Kelson's character, the film also questions the fine line between madness and wisdom. The Bone Tower and the memento mori concept create a dystopian yet philosophical world where facing death becomes a ritual. One lingering mystery is whether the baby born to the infected woman is truly healthy or the beginning of a new catastrophe. Although Kelson says the baby is healthy, the question remains unanswered. Jimmy's return years later symbolizes the closure of past traumas and the cyclical nature of the story. While introducing new generation characters and whispering hope for the post-apocalyptic future, the film still asks, can humanity truly change? If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments.